Welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway. Today's date is Thursday, January 8th, 2015. In this video, I want to go over how I made over $4,000 in one day on a small position in PBR. I also took on my options on PBR 55% profit, which was good for another $7,500 in profits. So again, basically over $10,000 profit from yesterday into today. And I want to show you in this video the key to the success. How did I know? What was the signal? All right, let's get into it right now. Look simply at the daily chart. First thing I look for is an oversold chart of a company that is not a small cap, but a large cap, so a multi-billion-dollar company, PBR. All right, next I look at the chart in the short term, and if I zoom in here, this is a very important key. This is the one defining key that let me know this was most likely going to pop. Take a look at this. See how you have this bottom here, and then over here you made a lower low, but if you take the low here and put a trend line in, notice how you did not close below that low. This is one of the telltale signals of a stock that's about to bounce. Okay, it's at the lows. They make a lower low, which gets a lot of amateurs on the wrong side of the trade. But notice how they saved it by the end of the day here on the daily chart of PBR and closed it at that low or above that low. That was the signal right there that alerted me that this should be a buy. And I watched the day after yesterday where I bought. It wasn't trading down below that low again, so that's confirming that signal. And then again, I bought yesterday. My entry on the shares were at $6.16. Okay, look at where it's trading today, up 10%. Off of that level, actually a little bit more than 10% off of that level. That is a beautiful move. Now, I also bought the options yesterday because I thought this was a no-brainer trade that could make a lot of money. But I bought the options because on oil, I want to show you this on oil. And again, I think some of you guys have seen this because I haven't analyzed it prior. But what I was noticing yesterday as well that kind of gave me confidence to play the PBR trade with option calls as well as the stock was that we had this pop yesterday morning, which is no big deal. Then the oil chart sold sharply. And then we started to go sideways. Now, normally, and I said this in other videos, normally when you make a bearish pattern below moving averages right here on the intraday, you break down because oil's been going down nonstop for months at this point. All right, but instead of that, it didn't happen. Instead, it popped back to the upside, then retraced, and again popped to the upside, and continued to show a lack of selling. All right, now there was some sellers here, obviously, and here, but the key is you have to recognize that right in this range, it was a perfect opportunity for it to break down just like it has done for months. It didn't happen. Same thing right here. Got down here, made a higher low. Low, higher low, higher low, higher low. So this right here was basically telling me that whether or not we popped on oil today, which we haven't, we basically stayed sideways and flat, but it was telling me that we wouldn't see downside. More than anything, a flat or a small positive day on oil, and that means that PBR wouldn't be under pressure today, and it gave me more confidence to take that trade. So ultimately, these factors, guys, led me to believe, and again, on PBR, just flipping back to PBR here, going back to the daily chart, if there's one thing you take away, it's this trend line, how it pierces the low at the low of the chart and doesn't close there. That's a dead-on signal. You're going to get a pop, and that's what it did. So great profits from members here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. 55% on the options, and again, that's just since yesterday. And again, if you're an options alert member, you know exactly that. If you want to join the options alerts, that's where you get them. And then also on the stock itself, again, awesome trade. Picked it up yesterday, sold it today for a big gain, about $4,200 profit on that one. All right, guys, come join us here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Take the 7-day free trial to the Research Center or the intraday stock chat. Join us, and let's make you and help you profit. Take